No, still not connected. Okay, now I think it's connected now.
Oh, look.
No, still not connected. Connected. Very good.
Alright, so now you can hear me.
Okay, now I think it's
So hello.
Alright, now.
Oh,
So,
look.
no, still not connected.
Now what I'd like
To do good.
is to attempt to go so now you can hear me.
Okay, now I see
So hello. And play this.
Still not connected.
Now I have to wait to hear
To do good.
is to
If you
attempt to
alright,
go so now you can hear me.
Okay, now I see
So hello.
Interesting.
Play this.
Still not connected.
Now I have to wait to hear. So
To
let
do
me go
good.
to here.
Is to
If you
alright.
alright. Now I'll go to here and here and here, and I will go to this place here and fix this. Stars in it. You don't meant to see all that mess. But you did. And I'll have to fix it, and it's not too much. And this is the problem with mental illness. Whatever this thing is that I have, whether it's burnout or depression or bipolar disorder or borderline personality disorder or whatever they call it, it's just this total inability to thrive, to move forward, and to spend my whole time marking time and managing the condition. So I'm still managing the condition today. But yesterday I did what within the vacuum suggested. I did it. I went to the waterfall. I stood inside the noise. And look, it was so good. I think you can hear us. So I've got headphones on, so it's probably different for you. But it was an amazing experience. An experience of standing inside the sound. There was no other sounds. There was a slight sound of birdsong every now and then. But there were no other sounds. Even people that walked through that I could see that they were talking, I couldn't hear their words. I was completely surrounded and in and then I came home and I sat for an hour or so and just listened to the sound some more. But the thing that was so interesting to me was that when I walked back up from the waterfall back up to the parking lot and sat in the car, I could actually feel my body vibrating from the sound. It was calming. It wasn't some miracle cure, obviously. If there was a miracle cure, humanity would have discovered it centuries ago. There isn't a miracle cure for anything. But there really are things that you can do. There really are ways that you can reset your reality, change your reality. It's really interesting for me. I keep on feeling, I've done it now. Now I'm going to get ahead. This is it. I'm on the path. And then A couple of months later, I'm back again, struggling, can't get on, doubting everything, not getting out of bed, not being able to focus. And so I'm starting to try to develop schedules and strategies for working within this. And one of these things that I've spoken to you before about, and the point that I come here in the morning, is to share this, the consciousness of the day, the tonally, the Mayan flow of whatever flows. So yesterday, where I was really had to retreat from the world, it was the talk, the reflection, the idea was the sacred offering. You know? Offer what you carry in order to transform, honor the balance of life. And now we've moved on to the 12, the number 12, which is the penultimate number in the 13-day cycle. And today, the other little thing, I don't know what it's called. What's the other thing? The number is the 12, and then the sort of the icon. I've got so much to learn. One of the reasons why it's hard to do this is because it's completely not anything I know anything about, and it feels really like imposter syndrome. That I'm coming here and talking to you about something that I don't know anything about, it feels like. Plus something that's thousands of years old that I don't know anything about. It's sort of a level of ignorance. Anyway. Within all this floundering around and flapping back and forth like a moth in a spider web. Wishing you were a moth flying towards the light, but finding out that you're not actually flying towards any light, you're actually just stuck in the spider's web. So today is 12C, the dog of emotional tides. So 12 is the coming back together of, the penultimate number. It's integration, gathering the threads together, preparing for the culmination of the cycle. And C, the dog, is loyalty, attachment, fidelity, love, but also boundaries and discipline and containing emotion, because dogs are amazing actually at containing emotions within groups, but also, interestingly enough, emotional chaos with the dog because of the exuberance, I suppose. Anyway, so the combination of the tone of 12 and the dog, C, is the loyalty, companionship, sitting at the edge of memory also, calling us to reflect on how we've shown up in love and loyalty and emotional responsibility to the people around us. And reflecting, I suppose, is the word, on where you've been faithful, where you've been conforming because you've been afraid to be yourself, and where you've been faithful because you've allowed to be yourself. And this brings emotional debt into your life, to have people around like that you can be faithful and loyal to. So it's also considering the past, considering your emotional debts to your society, your friends, to people that have been there. And again, what we talk about, the balance. Not clinging to people or being codependent or relying on people too much, or not withdrawing so much that you then again go back into isolation. So kind of, I suppose, the difference between begging for love or offering companionship. And so there's this idea of coherence, the sensibleness of things, how things make sense. Yeah. So the intention for today then is to love without clinging, to release without bitterness, to walk besides your companions, not as a shadow, but as an active participant in reality, integrating emotional chaos into clarity, finding the balance, always finding the balance. So, dog beneath full moon, loyal, longing, tongue of flame, heart, leash untangles. And can I show you the picture? I wonder, will the picture be here? This? There you are. There's the dog, the loyal companion. And I have a little, oops, get off that picture. I have a little reflection for today. Hey, where are you, little reflection? Okay, I'm off the dog picture. This is the thing that I've put in the description for today, and it's called Loyalty Within the Storm. And again, LLM assistant, AI assisted. This is not my work. Hey Reg, did you come to be part? No, not on my mouse. Okay, just stay there. Just stay there. We will read about loyalty within the storm, Reginald. What do you think? Okay, he says we should proceed. You are not born to beg, but to walk beside. Not to chase shadows, but to be a lantern in the rain. The heart remembers every trail walked in devotion, every howl sent skyward, searching for the soul who listens. You have loved with teeth clenched, trusted when the wind was cruel, and returned to the fire even after it burned you. This is not weakness. This is the courage of continuity, to stay open in the storm, to follow your nose through the fog, through false roads, back to truth. So gather what you're owed and what you owe, not to balance a ledger, but to release the weight you were never meant to carry alone. Let your loyalty be sacred. Let your voice be clear. And when the rain comes, be the one who walks anyway. Not behind, not ahead, but side by side with the sacred. So that's why I put up today the heading of a marathon, not a sprint. You know, when somebody runs a marathon, they have times when they walk. Some hills they walk. Okay, some don't. Some. But the champions who don't walk the hills still run more slowly up the hill than they run down the hill. So there are these variations in pace. And yes, sitting in the corner or sitting on the sofa not doing anything, that's not helpful. But sometimes you do need to stop on the side of the road for a drink of water or to catch your breath. And then you start running again. And so maybe one of the things I need to take from today is that energy of the dog, not walking slowly by my side, but bounding ahead and then running back, then stopping and sitting and then going off in the bush, and then lying down and having a rest, and then bounding ahead. And maybe sometimes it's slow and steady does win the race. But we don't need to be on slow and steady all the time. Sometimes we can bound ahead. Sometimes we need to pull back and take the time to count the cost. And Reg, you're being quite a bit of a pain, counting the cost of having you here today. All right. So moving on, and today we have the second episode of the brand new podcast, which is Skillful Samsara with Navakavada. I have huge amounts of projects that I'm not getting on with and that are just not happening, and some projects that I'm plodding along with, and some projects that I'm really enjoying. But all in all, the overarching theme is to attempt to be skillful and to go for the long haul, not the huge spectacular event and then nothing more, but slow and steady improvement over time. All right, well, I think that I've leathered on long enough. That was enough for today. Looking forward to doing the live stream this afternoon and catching back up with you then. Okay, so thank you for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you a little bit later. Bye, guys.